Hello, this is a beautiful day. A film just rewrote the definition of female heroes and road trip in a film. A man has reinterpreted entertainment with his very serious portrayal of a doctor. A daughter of a maverick filmmaker is redefining how to navigate an actress's career. And there is one man who will keep playing the violin while the ship sinks. Very poetic and filmy, है ना? I'm very filmy. I'm Atika Farooqui. I've been talking about cinema for 20 years of my life, and here is another half hour of it. Let's begin this show, now showing, with the highlights. Dhak Dhak is a new age road trip film with 4 different people, which is high on emotional quotient and follows a path-breaking narrative. Menon is a man who's defied all norms of stereotypical cinema and has stood the test of time. A chat with the man who brings credibility to a project. Konkona Sen and Mohit Raina on the reasons why Mumbai Diaries is here to stay. A tete-a-tete with them. And singer Nakash Aziz talks about singing for Shah Rukh Khan's blockbuster Jawan. And let's begin with Dhak Dhak. 4 women from 4 different age groups, backgrounds and circumstances come together for a road trip from Delhi to Khardungla, one of the world's highest motorable roads. Dhak Dhak essentially is a road movie directed by Tarun Dudeja, has a high emotional quotient, challenges all notions of a drama film based on women's lives, has a feel-good organic flow of the story and focuses on the 4 women and the scenic beauty of Himachal Pradesh and other locations with a lot of flair. Scripted by Dudeja himself with Parijat Joshi, makes a lot of right noises. It has 4 beautiful monstery bikes that on cinema have mostly been helmed by men. But here it is women. It has the various situations that every Indian woman goes through while growing up in India. It has the ease or complexities of relationships, and it has the graceful defiance by women as a community, something that I have not seen in a long time in any movie based solely on women's stories. A call for freedom, it is given with grace, dignity and feminine agency. Each of the biker women has a reason to leave their comfort zones. Titled Dhak Dhak is the connect between the heartbeat of a human being and the pulsating sound of a bike that's out of its comfort zone in search of a manzil or purpose. In this case, it is the peak of a mountain. The 4 women and the 4 bikes together find their purpose. Sky, played by Fatima Sana Sheikh, is a YouTuber with a passion for bikes and technology, has a traumatic experience in her past relationship. She wants to go to Barcelona Auto Expo to take her mind off the complications in her life. Mahi, played by Ratna Pathak Shah, is an aging Punjabi woman who is young at heart, fondly remembers drinking rum together with her late husband. Uzma, played by Dia Mirza, wears a burqa, comes from a feminist father and a legacy of businessmen in motor technology, but her husband loves to see her in the kitchen. And Manjuri is pressured by her single mother to get married, like now, absolutely now. All 4 come together as strangers, but on their way forge a friendship that's stronger than a family bond. Quintessential to a road movie, the film does explore the 80 locations that the team shot in 40 days. Scenic locations and breathtaking beauty. It keeps exploring the themes of therapy, importance of travel, being in with the changing times, gender equality, love for life, letting go. It emphasizes on developing a non-judgmental attitude, trusting strangers, taking time and finding the purpose of getting married as opposed to just getting married under pressure of society. It explores the themes of ease in life, ease of mind, ease of judgments. It's like watching a mix of Dil Chahta Hai, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara and other therapeutic road movie films. It does not bank on drama or suffering or ambition of women to tell their stories, which I really liked. Also refrains from male bashing. It's not jingoistic in its narrative of women out to reclaim their freedom. It takes men with it in quest for freedom. I had a nice time watching it as it was free-flowing and easy on the eyes and ears. Frankly, we had so needed a film like this, where conversations can be made without dialogue bazi. Yeah, Dhak Dhak exudes positive vibes and transmits meaningful messages. Each of the actresses, Fatima, Diya Ratna Pathak Shah and Sanjana Sanghi, fit so well into their characters and are outstanding in being the representative of that age bracket or the cultural group that they belong to. Since I'm a biker too, I did find faults in the haste the screenplay makes in making the road trip. There is a lot of time that goes into the preparation. It's not a sport, it's a meditative activity and a discipline. But no complaints. Please do watch Dhak Dhak. And moving on, Menon, from his early days of Black Friday and jamming with offbeat directors of those times such as Anurag Kashyap, has travelled to a time where every serious storyteller wants to cast him in a commercial project. With him are actors like Avinash Tiwari, Kritika Kamra, directed by Shujat Saudagar in Bombay Meri Jaan. All of us get together and talk about Bombay and cinema. When we see the trailer of Bombay Meri Jaan, it was like quite nostalgic, and you know, Bombay and the 70s and underworld is a familiar territory. But Shujat, let me start with you. How do you recreate a familiar territory in a way that it still sounds unfamiliar? What all did you do new to this world?
I don't think I've done anything new. I think what I've done is brought my sensibility to it. The world is familiar, as you mentioned. The universe has been, established way before Bombay Meri Jaan. Yeah. But the take on this is that at the end of the day, it is a family drama. It is about a family. The world of the organized crime happens to be a backdrop of it. It is essentially the story of one man who somewhere reaches a point in his life where certain choices that he makes and the repercussions of those choices fall on the family and the city at large. Yeah. And how he deals with them, he questions them.
There is a resemblance to one character from the 70s. Is it true or no? Are we referring to one dawn of the 70s or no? Or is it like a fictional story and there's no semblance to anybody living or dead?
No, there is no resemblance. Okay. I think the resemblance has been coming in because of Mr. Hussain Zaidi, who was the person who came with the story. Yeah. And Dongri to Dubai, Black Friday, Mafia Queens of Mumbai are books which are already in the public domain. Right? I mean, people have read them and loved them. This is not that. Yeah. I mean, of course, I know that there is a huge this about this being Dongri to Dubai. It is not Dongri to Dubai. It goes way beyond that. Of course, there would be parallels drawn because it is part of the same universe, yes. Right? But having said that, yes, this is a very different story. Even from Zaidi's point of view, I think there's something which is really driven home emotionally here.
KK, let me start with you. Listen, you've been one of my favorite actors, and I want to tell you how much we all love you, KK.
Thank you, thank you.
I see you mostly in characters that are not soft, that are mostly, they dwell on the machismo of a character, the male, the aggression, some negative trait. However, your contemporary, again, Irfan Saab, who I was friends with, also went to a zone of soft, romantic, shairi, that appeal to a woman and the audience at large. And I wanted to, and I've, I think, told you also several times, has it been a conscious choice or just those projects fell into your lap that way, that your portrayal was mostly of a certain kind? And would you like to do more of soft, easy, romantic roles?
Yeah, why not?
Comedy.
I mean, it all depends on what is offered to you. That's not my call, because what is offered to you, we tend to kind of push an actor into a certain type of thing. But when Honeymoon Travels fell on my lap, I loved it. So things like that happen once in a while. Or Sankat City falls in my lap. So that's a choice that I make from the platter that I'm offered. So beyond that, I don't solicit it consciously. So whatever is there, I try to do my best possible within that framework.
And would you like to tell the media universe that you're open to doing more of romantic and comedy and softer roles? which dwell into the diversity of a human emotions?
I'm open to more interesting performances. That's all. I really can't categorize it as.
ये नसीर साहब के साथ आपने जो डेब्यू किया था ना थिएटर में, it has made you and scarred you for life.
In fact, भोपाल एक्सप्रेस में काफी सॉफ्ट था भाई. बहुत स्कार्ड था. अब स्कार्ड बोल रहा हूँ. बहुत ही.
No, but then when I...
no? Didn't make out, no? Okay, good. बहुत सॉफ्ट ही था उसमें. भोपाल एक्सप्रेस में भी.
So tell me about your role. I mean, how much is it about the son and how much is it about the father?
It's about a family, first and foremost. A family placed by destiny in an environment which is a different environment altogether. So that environment, the basic supremacy that people aspire for, including kids, is not because not becoming a doctor or an engineer. And they see the flashy cars and the flashy suits, derived out of crime, and that become their ideal, to go after. So that's an environment in which this family is placed by destiny. And there's a father, Ismail, whom I'm playing, who is on the side of the law, who wants to clean up this whole environment. How much does he succeed, doesn't succeed, is the story. But he has a family which he really can't control. Especially one son who's played by Avinash, who is completely determined to take it further rather than going back and the peace and quiet of it. So it's a story of a certain ambition vis-a-vis somebody who wants to clean up that whole mess, and also thereby even the father committing mistakes of even if your intention is very pure, the manifestation of that intention can be cruel, things like that. So a father and son relationship of that kind, which is always very filled with a lot of stress and tension, things like that. So yeah, it's an interesting person to play.
Avinash, I loved your film Ye Hai Mera Sunday. You played Rashid, and incidentally, many years ago I had seen you in a show called Yug.
Yudh.
Yudh.
Yeah.
So you play his father. This is a beautiful contrast of an experienced actor and a new actor with probably same sense of sensibility towards the craft. And this role, it's a catch, yeah.
It is. What I found interesting here was that it was a composite of the stories that we have heard over a period of time. All the reportage that has happened over a period of time, and you felt that the script had taken some instances and traits from various characters and made one guy called Dara Kadri, which I found was very exciting, that you get a chance to bring various traits of various guys into one. The story in itself was extremely invigorating. I think, Shujat sir keep mentioning this, and I found that the most interesting part, that it's not just a father-son story. It's almost like you strip off the relationship and it becomes man versus man. It's a battle of ideologies.
Wonderful.
And once it gets there, it is very, very exciting. Then the crime, the underbelly, all of that becomes the backdrop. The gangster is just a profession. There's so much more to it. And to get a chance to do something like this, get a chance to say, be called Bombay Ka Naya Badshah, it's pretty cool, I can go off to my parents and say, Dekha, Bombay Ka Naya Badshah.
Kritika, again, like I said, really like your trajectory. I recently watched you in Hush Hush, and then of course that movie Mitron, and lots of stuff keeps coming up on my smart TV where I see you. Who are you playing here? And overall, what's your vision of your own career? Where do you want to go? And what has been your challenges as a young girl looking for great projects that suit you in the film industry right now?
Oh, that's a lot of things. I'll start with my character. I play Habiba Kadri. I am Dara's younger sister. Being the youngest sibling, I've noticed that even in life, the younger ones haven't really seen the struggles of their parents, and tend to idolize their older siblings, or follow their steps, and that's kind of what happens here. She really looks up to Dara and kind of agrees with everything that he's doing. They are similar in many ways, but she's also she also has a mind of her own. She's a woman with agency. Over the season, you see how she kind of influences Dara and his decisions, and how the changes in his life and what he's bringing to the family change her ambition and her wants for herself.
All the best to you and looking forward to a lot more from you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Konkona Sen, with her last directorial, one of the stories in Lust Stories, has proved her mettle as a director. I think she's one of those brightest storytellers that we have right now. And Mohit Raina has consistently showcased his love for earnest performances. We loved him in Bhokal, both the series. Together, both of them resurfaced with another season of Mumbai Diaries. Let's see what's new.
Well, there's a scene where the patient has met with an accident and, patient has a rod inside and Kaushik decides to cut that rod with a cutter, so that was quite funny. But that is what Kaushik Oberoi is all about and that is what Nikhil Advani makes him do. So I don't think I'm going to ever get that opportunity again to be a doctor and treat somebody like that.
For me, I would say the underwater action sequence because I can't swim. I'm very scared of the water. But I don't know, somehow under Nikhil's supervision, I have done it and it's turned out, I think, very well.
The rain season wasn't there. We didn't shoot it in actual rains. The rain was created on the set.
Constantly there was, water tapkuing all over. The floors had to constantly be wet. You had to always wipe it. So you're walking fast and very tense and then suddenly you're slipping. Those things were happening.
I once shot in town area in Tulsi Pipe Road where on the real location, but the rain was created because there was a bridge sequence and there's an accident that has happened. So we shot it on a real location, but the rain was created. And I think it has turned out to be really good. It was quite challenging because I don't think it's possible to shoot on that road because it's a very busy road. 1:30 a.m. to 4 a.m. we got that time to shoot that on that bridge because I think post that the local train starts and then 4:30 it's packed. I think everybody is going to resonate with it and connect with it because floods is something that everybody has gone through and not only limited to India. I guess globally also people are aware of what is happening and I think recently, if I'm not wrong, New York had some issues.
Yeah, just now there was so much flooding in New York and
so I think
all over the world.
All over the world. Yeah. So I think because of the global warming and all those issues, I think there's something that everybody will resonate with.
Time for a short break on the show. When we come back, we have singer Nakash Aziz, Unplugged. Main tera hai re rana jabra fan ho gaya. He talks about his close ties with Shah Rukh Khan on screen and his voice to be his voice. I mean Shah Rukh Khan's voice. So after the break, please don't go away. Welcome back to Now Showing. I'm Atika Farooqui. Singer Nakash Aziz is only belting out chart busters after chart busters. The recent ones belong to Tamil and Telugu versions of Shah Rukh Khan's starrer Jawan. My colleague Vishal Chatkara caught up with Nakash recently and got him talking about his latest songs and being the singing voice of superstars like Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan.
दे दर्शन फिर एक बार द्वारे आया भजन कुमार कष्ट से उद्धार कर दे आज बेड़ा पार कर दे जिंदगी सफल और ऊंचे विचार कर दे फॉलोअर तेरे सारे मिलके तुझे पुकारे इनकी खबर लेने आजा कन्हैया ट्विटर पे आजा भगत की बिगड़ी बना जा कन्हैया ट्विटर पे आजा.
Nakash, that was of course your new song Kanhaiya Twitter Pe Aaja from the film The Great Indian Family.
Yep.
Starring Vicky Kaushal. The song has so much energy.
Thank you.
Was that simple when you were singing behind the mic?
So this song we recorded during COVID. It was a time when we were not going to other studios. When I was recording the song, I was all by myself in my studio, a very confined space. But when I was visualizing, I was just visualizing a lot of people in front of me. And he had given me a very good brief about the character. And I think hats off to Vicky Kaushal. He took it to the next level. I really enjoyed his dance and his performance also.
You know, it's also a celebration time for you because your song from Jawan 2 has become a hit. Although it's in the Telugu version of the film.
Telugu and Tamil.
In Telugu and Tamil version
Yes.
of the film. The song is of course called Galata.
Yeah.
Did you get a call from Shah Rukh Khan also to sing this song?
No, actually, I got a call from Anirudh. Anirudh and I also go back, not a long way, but I'm very fond of that person.
Okay.
When he actually called me, he told me that he wanted to play this to Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh.
And I was with my family in Italy.
Yeah.
So I had like a small computer setup that I travel with. So I recorded it and I sent it, and they asked me to sing the regional languages because Arijit had already sung the Hindi version by then.
Yeah.
So Anirudh was very much keen on me singing this, and of course Shah Rukh Khan sir, he also liked what I did.
Then please give us few lines of Galata.
I can sing the Hindi version.
Sure,
for
sure.
you. I really like it. Arijit has done a fantastic job. कुड़ी तो लगदी है फराटा छाई मेरे दिल पे इश्क दी फुलझड़ी का धमाका हुआ तुझे मिलके कुड़ी तो लगदी है फराटा.
Now you've been singing, like I said, for the superstars. How differently do you sing or modulate your voice when you're singing a song for a Shah Rukh Khan starrer to say a song for Salman Khan to a very hip and urban sounding Saif Ali Khan?
I think this is a very subconscious thing. I think everybody who's part of making that song is working in that thought process. Okay, this song is for Shah Rukh, this song is for Salman. When I sang Jabra Fan, I, for some strange reason, at that point I knew that Shah Rukh Khan is playing a character who is a fan of Shah Rukh Khan. So I just thought, how would I be a fan, and the song also was very energetic. So, मैं तेरा हाय रे जबरा fan हो गया ओ तुझे देखते ही दिल में ढैंड. I don't know, I just subconsciously, maybe I'm just being Shah Rukh Khan, in my mind at least. And when I sang slow motion for Salman Khan,
Do you imagine
आज
yourself-
की शाम लगे पिक्चर का सीन, because while like full एक बार मैंने जो commit, in that, so I just subconsciously it happens, you become Salman Khan in your mind, and if you are singing मैं नाचा तो सबको, then you're Ranveer Singh, and so second hand Jawani, I used to find it very odd, my voice on Saif Ali Khan, but it's just like I think day first day I was somewhere and that song was playing with the video on वो TV पे आता है ना, so it was playing, and I think I was not very mature enough to see it back then, the match of the vocal and the face. Yes. But abhi maybe I get it. तू ना बजे डंका लंदन हो या लंका गूंजे रे चारों ओर आपकी रहे अनुकंपा न डर ना ही शंका नाचेंगे हम जोर तेरी एंड जवानी ओ तेरी बैंड जवानी ओ लंबी रेस की है घोड़ी तेरी एंड जवानी ओ तेरी बैंड जवानी नहीं चाहिए मुझको तेरी सेकंड हैंड जवानी.
And this is where we say, ouch. The show has come to an end. Someone said, film is or should be more like music than like fiction. It should flow, heal, inspire, make us melt. हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले. Well, I am Atika and I say goodbye to you in the hope that we will bring more movies to you in the next episode. Till then, you take good care and keep smiling always.